Hello and welcome to the Man Games. This is a new episode of Fun with Figures. Today we're going to be looking at 10 more of the Mattel figures, and today we're going to start off with the Big Show. Now this figure has been very well played with. As you can see on the head there is lots of marks. I'll just move it forward a bit there so you can see. I really like the Big Show at this time in his career. It was based on when he was feuding with Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental Championship. There is the tattoo there on the arm. Unfortunately, there is some colour work missing from it. It seems to be a recurring thing we see on the shirt about Mattel figures and the tattoos. You can also see that tattoo there, but I think that is more of a black and grey tattoo as it is. So yeah, this figure is well been played with. But I do actually like this figure because I just remember that feud with Cody and Big Show, and it makes me think of that, really. So yeah, that was the Big Show to start off today with. Next up, we have the Funkasaurus Brodus Clay. So this figure, they've gone into good detail with his tattoos. I'm pretty sure they were all there. I don't actually know much really about the tattoos though, to be honest, because they're more tribal based tattoos, so it's more just shapes really than anything. I mean, I have a tribal tattoo myself, but it is actually of a scorpion. It's just not like a shape. So yeah, this Brodus Clay figure has been played with, but it is in still decent condition. There's a few marks on the boots, but other than that, it is in good condition. I'll just turn it around there so you can see the back. It says Funkasaurus and she. Does it say she? Yeah. So yeah, that's the Funkasaurus. Next up today we have a figure of Tyler Breeze. Now I really like Tyler Breeze. I really wish his Prince Pretty gimmick got over more in the WWE. When he first came in, he feuded with Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, a lot of the NXT call-ups first came in and feuded with Dolph Ziggler. I remember Baron Corbin coming up and feuding with him. I'm sure there is others as well. Them two are the first one that come to mind. But back to the figure. Once again on the show, this is another good figure. It's not really been played with that much, so there's not a lot of marks on, which is obviously good. I don't believe this actually came with anything. Like we've said before, the Mattel, the cheaper range of Mattel figures don't really come with an accessory. It would have been good if it came with the selfie stick. But obviously you can't have everything. If you want that, I suppose you need to spend a little bit more to get it. So yeah, that was Tyler Breeze. Next up, we have a Cara figure. So this Cara figure has its jacket on. This is one of the more expensive versions of the Mattel figures. As you can see there, the body moves differently as the more expensive ones do, as we've seen on the CM Punk ones before when we've seen them on the show. I actually do prefer this more than the blue one that's been on previous show. I actually do have the blue one to hand here. So we will just put them on next to it. So yeah, do prefer the white one. The only criticism really is they could have made it a bit better to take the jacket off, so you don't have to worry about damaging it. That's why this jacket is still on. But yeah, good figure because it is still in good condition. There is a few marks there on the back, but I suppose because you can't really see the legs or get to the legs, it is kept in better condition. There is actually a mark there, but other than that, yeah, the Cara is in good condition. So yeah, Cara. Next up today we have a Rey Mysterio. So yeah, this Rey Mysterio, you can see the tattoos there. There's a few marks on the legs, but other than that, it is in pretty decent condition. I'll just turn around there so you can see the tattoo on the back. One thing about these, we've seen the green Rey Mysterio on the show before. I don't really like these things. I'm not sure if I said that before on the last one. I don't actually remember Rey wearing them. I mean, I might be wrong. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comments. So yeah, good figure. I just, I'm not really a fan of the arm sleeves that this figure has. Well, obviously, because like I said, I don't remember him actually wearing them. And two, I would rather, see the full arms and see the tattoos of the figure. But that's just me. Also, with this figure, like we said before on the Mattel figures, moving the legs is a bit harder because you can see the legs are a little bit thicker than on some of the figures. If we just bring back the Cara for a second, you can see that slightly the legs are a little bit thinner. So yeah, that was Rey Mysterio. Next up today we have The Rock. Now I really am a fan of this figure. It is just pretty naff, really. It can hardly move. Yeah, the arm's a bit stiff there. I'm not sure. I think it's meant to be like a clotheslining feature, maybe. I don't know. The Brahma Bulk tattoo is actually probably, in my opinion, the best feature of this figure. The tattoo there on the arm is just a bit naff, really. Half of it's missing because of the joint part of the figure. I actually don't really think this figure looks like The Rock at all. So yeah, that is The Rock. Not a fan of this figure at all. I mean, it is in good condition, but it's probably because no one wanted to play with it because you can't actually do much with it. So yeah, maybe less said about this figure, the better. So after that negative figure of The Rock, let's pick up with a better figure. This Kofi Kingston figure, really good. It's been kept in good condition, not a lot of marks on it. This is, I think, around the time when he was just before the New Day and he was in the United States title picture or Intercontinental title picture. I'm not sure which one. I know he's held both belts. So we'll just turn him around there. There is no tattoo on the spine there like he has now, but he might not have had it at this time. I'm not actually quite sure. You can see the Kofi Kingston logo on the shorts there, and the K on the shorts there for Kofi. There is a slight mark on the head, but no, I do think this is a good figure. So let's get back on track with the better figures after that disappointing Rock figure. So next up we have, it is a tag team. It is the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. So yeah, these are really good figures. I like the brightness of the figures actually. You can see the tattoos down the arms, which are really good. They have gone into detail with them a bit more than some of the other ones that we see. This was obviously before they got the tattoo around the chest area that they have now. This figure actually did come with a surfboard, which I remember thinking is a bit random, as I've never actually seen the Usos bring a surfboard to the ring, honestly. But once again, I might be wrong. If I am wrong, click a link and show me a picture of them in the ring with a surfboard. So yeah, you can see the back there. One of the Usos has a day one on the top there. I'm not actually sure which one is which. I think this one is Jay, but I'm not 100% sure. You can see day one there on his. So I'm not really sure why one has day one on the front and the other one has day one on the back. Yeah, that is a bit random. You can see the joints there. It is a bit thick around the thighs where the shorts are, but it still moves quite nicely. You can still, move to do a super kick. So yeah, really like these Uso figures. They're not as good as the Hell in a Cell based ones that I've shown you on a previous episode, my personal collection. But they're a good second. I think these were actually the first Uso figures that got released. Don't quote me on that, but I'm 90% sure that they are. So yeah, that was the Usos. Next up we have a Miz figure. There is a few marks on the top of the chest and the leg there. You can see the awesome on the shorts or trunks even. It says Beam is on the boots, as you can see there and there. Beam is on the back of the trunks there. It's not a bad figure of the Miz, it's just there's not really a lot of talking points really. There is a bit of paint missing on the head there. So yeah, that was the Miz. And finally today we are leaving the show with a Shawn Michaels figure. So this figure has some marks down the chest. The tattoo there isn't coloured in, but at least it is there. They have remembered to put it in. There's not a lot of marks on the back of the figure if you look at it from that angle. So you can see the DX armbands on the figure as well. It is a good Shawn Michaels. This was in a double pack with a Triple H. So yeah, that is Shawn Michaels to finish the show with today. Shall we maybe do a super kick to end the show? Shall we bring the Miz back? And that is Shawn Michaels closing the show, just like he has done on plenty of WrestleManias. Shawn Michaels. So that is it from the Man Games today. That is another episode of Fun with Figures in the Bag. Please go out and watch the WrestleCreate unboxing video on the show. There's plenty of 2K20 content out there to watch. We have now a few episodes of these Fun with Figures on the channel, so if you've not seen any before, make sure to go and check them out. Personally, one of my favourite ones is the WCW edition that we did. Hopefully we can get some more WCW figures on the show in the future. But from today, that is it from the Man Games. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day.